Welcome to the house on the day we do some chores. So that is what I'm going to share with you guys today. So I'm Mary at Not Before 7. I don't even have my sign up here with me today. www.notbefore7.com. It's the digit 7, and I am a homeschooling mom of 4 kids. So what we decided, because I am really bad at the whole chore chart thing, I am really bad at following up in the morning to see if anyone picked up their room or made their bed. It's just not my style. Once I'm downstairs and showered and stuff, I'm like, hey, go upstairs and brush your teeth after breakfast. And I never was following up, and I would threaten and tell the kids, you can't play with anyone until your rooms are clean. And then their kids would come over, or their friends would come to the door in the afternoon to play, and I would never even think to check their rooms because I was very ready for them to go play. So what we came up with is finding a time during the week that we would clean the top level of the house. And that is where all the bedrooms and 2 bathrooms are. So I would know that every week, and it really only takes about an hour to an hour and a half if they're really putting their minds to it. And we just do the upstairs level. So the way it works, my bathroom, the way it works, and you can see like things are still off the floor. In my, let's see, 7-year-old, he kind of like a zone. So the zone is the whole upstairs level. So every Saturday at some point, typically first thing in the morning, but with sports right now, we didn't do this until 1 o'clock today. No, Sunday. We didn't. Yeah, our day yesterday was so crazy we did this after church today. That's why it's clean. So my little guy goes into every bathroom and bedroom, and he empties the trash and puts in a new bin. Okay, my oldest daughter, who is 14, she comes into the bathrooms. She puts all the shower mats in the tub. You can see one's still in there. We haven't taken it out. She vacuums the floors, and then she Swiffers, and she does the mirrors. I dyed my hair this week. Sorry, you're having to see that. Okay, so she does the mirrors. My 9-year-old now comes in, and he wipes the sinks. My 9-year-old is like, he's like his father. So he comes in here, and he takes everything off the sink, and he scrubs it so nicely. He loves the job well done. So that's why we put him on the sinks, because we liked them well done. It used to be that my 12-year-old was doing the sinks and the toilets. She now just does the toilets. Because when we first started this, the 4-year-old really didn't do much of anything. He just kind of came up with us and kind of helped. So when we graduated him to the trash cans, we graduated the now 9-year-old to the sinks. And now the 12-year-old only has to do the toilets. There are 2 toilets up here, and she's responsible for those. He is responsible for my double sink and the kids' single. Or no, they have a double sink. And the 14-year-old vacuums all the bathroom floors and Swiffers. So all the bathrooms are cleaned from a group effort from the 4 kids. If you use a method like this and you're really picky, I would suggest that maybe once every month or 2, you are the person that cleans the bathrooms, because they are not going to be to your level. For me, it's just clean enough. We can move through the week. I do the showers when I'm in the shower. So I don't know if you all have seen that thing on Pinterest, the little squeegee brush, and you put vinegar and Dawn in it. And I just keep that in the shower, and I clean the shower whenever I'm so moved to when I'm actually in the shower. And that makes it, I'll show you. This was on Pinterest and it changed my life. This. So you get one of these at like the dollar store, and you fill it like half with vinegar and half with Blue Dawn dish soap. And you just keep this in the shower. And then while the shower's on, you can just clean. And I keep a cup in here, so then I can fill it with water and splash it around the shower and rinse it out. And it just makes it really easy and fast. And I'll do the same thing with the tub. So every now and then I'll just think, the tub needs a good scrubbing, and I'll just do that when the boys get out of it. So it's great and it's easy. And so that's how the bathrooms on the upstairs level get cleaned every Saturday. And then the kids individually are responsible for cleaning their bedroom because their father vacuums the whole upstairs. So right now, bedrooms are actually clean. This is as clean as it gets here, just so you know. Like, I am good with good enough. Like if I am able to run a vacuum in your room, and it happened that today I changed the sheets. Oh, yeah. If you have really little ones, I have to tell you, that's why I'm telling you, my youngest was 4 when we started doing this. I never found anything that worked really well. And it was hard to keep up, and you just have to give yourself a lot of grace and know that you're going to get there one day. Because even with these 4 kids, I mean, I'm trying to show you reality. Like, there's not clean dresser tops. You know, the bookcase, I actually took some time to clean that today. So that's about as good as that gets. This daughter in particular, I mean, a roll of toilet paper. Lord help me, okay? But there is the reality, and it will look like this for one day. But I can rest the rest of the week knowing that Saturday is coming, and then we will have vacuumed hallway too. But, you know, this is just truth of my life. This has been laying there forever. We haven't done anything with it. And just to be honest here, see, this is like a Goodwill pile and some picture frames that I haven't dealt with. We're not talking like pristine. We're talking the dust and the dirt of the house has been moved away and everything is clean. And now I can go into Monday, and when my kids don't make their beds and they throw their stuff around on the floor, I know Saturday's coming next week. So we'll get there. So that is the method that is kind of a non-method, but that has worked in our house. And it feels fine to everyone because it's like a group effort instead of very individual. Though as they've gotten older, like my almost 14-year-old, she's often at things when we're doing our cleaning, and she just comes home and does hers. It is really not an issue the way it was when she was about 11 to 13. So that's it. Not really a secret, but Sunday night is when we actually clean the middle floor. So this is typically done Saturday morning. So someone said earlier zone, and I guess it's a way of looking at it. Sunday night, we clean the middle floor. So before the kids go to bed, we just help them, and everyone just straightens up. And once the kids are in bed, my husband actually vacuums and then scrubs the kitchen and bathroom floor. And because my girls stay up later, sometimes he'll hand one of them the Swiffer and ask them to Swiffer the main floor because we have a lot of hard floor down there. So that's it. The basement is just dealt with when we have guests. I think some of the keys are having everyone doing it together because it gets done that way, and then just having the whole floor in one day. Because instead of it being piecemealed all week, and I think for me that feels really refreshing. Instead of like all the bathrooms being clean, but the bedrooms being destroyed, and another day all the bedrooms being clean, but the bathrooms looking horrible, I would never have a day where it felt good to be upstairs. And now I get that on the weekend. You do. You can put one on every floor. I now get that on the weekend. And I can start Monday, and the upstairs was clean Saturday, and the main level was clean Sunday night, and I feel fresh going into our week. And it really helps with my mood and my temperament with the kids, because again, I know there's a given day that I can just ignore things until. And sometimes we make adjustments. I mean, if we're going out of town, we'll do it right before we leave. Or something else is going on, because I like to come home to a clean house. You know, you kind of modify it, but that way everyone just kind of knows the standard. We're all in this together. Let's go do it. Oh, how did I get my hubby on board? That's a really good question. I'm in the situation where my husband actually does a lot of the cleaning. So when my kids were little, he did a lot of the cleaning because he had no helpers. On Sunday nights while he's scrubbing the floors, I pay the bills and prepare our school week. And so that's just kind of been our compromise, since I do all the bill paying and take care of all that kind of stuff. And I know a lot of women are doing all of those things, and I give you many, many props. But in our house, it's just worked out. I cook the dinners. I know sometimes there are husbands that do the cooking, but when we've just worked things out, he does a lot of the cleaning. And when we moved to Raleigh, because when we were in Maryland, we had all littles. So my oldest was just about to turn 10 when we moved. So he was still really having to do the majority of the cleaning with no helpers. So he's really on board with this system, because when we moved, I declared it was time for him to have helpers. And so he has not cleaned a toilet very often since we've moved. I've taken over the shower. I've taken back over most of the laundry because I can handle it again. But when we have 4 little ones at home, it's just a whole different ball game. I think that's why we just never had a system that worked, because there were 4 children under the age of 7, and you couldn't get anything done. So hopefully you can get your husband on board with some aspect of it. Maybe you can assign him a chore the way like the kids have one, like he can do the toilets. All right, ladies, I hope you guys have a fabulous start to your week. It is so fun to be back on Periscope.